Hi students, today's video is Access 3 and it's the textbook problem. First I'm going to save, as it tells us to do in MindTap. Now we're ready to go. We are going to be working with forms. So remember, a form is an easy to use data entry and navigation screen. The form just allows you to arrange the fields of a record in any layout so database users can quickly and easily find, enter, edit, and analyze the data. It's you as the database designer that's responsible for building and maintaining the tables, the queries, the forms, and then the reports. So let's first go to query or create, and then form wizard. I'm going to drop down to table trips. I'm going to add everything into my wizard. I'm going to click next, keep it at column, and then I'm going to name this as trips entry form. Finished. We are going to go ahead and click on Stanley. We're going to select ascending, so we see alphabetically American first. And then we are going to go to next record, which is the bottom left, and it should be Bass. And we're going to go to previous, and just to make sure that we're doing it right. So perfect. We're going to change this American Legacy project. I'm going to highlight Legacy. I'm going to change it to Heritage. And then I'm going to right click on this and close. Next, we're going to use the form wizard, something other than the form wizard, so we know different ways to create a form. And this time we're going to use one of those split forms. So in order to do a split form, you have to click on the table first. So I'm going to select the customers table, and then I'm going to go to create. I'm going to go to more forms and choose split. So the benefit of the split layout form is at the upper pane allows you to display the fields of one record in any arrangement, and the lower pane maintains the datasheet view of the first few records. So if you edit or sort or filter records in the upper pane, the lower pane is automatically updated and vice versa. So I'm going to go ahead and click on MO in the state in the upper pane. And then in the select, I'm going to take the, I'm going to click on the Home tab where it says Selection, and I'm going to choose Does Not Equal MO, so everything else will be filtered in that way. And so then in the lower pane, I'm going to look for Des Moines. In the first, and I'm going to highlight that city, and I'm going to change it to Waukee, W-A-U-K-E-E. Press enter. Awesome. And then I'm going to click the record selector for Kristen Collins, and I'm going to right click and choose delete. Notice what happens when you try to delete. It says the record cannot be deleted or changed. This is because it contains related records to the sales table. This is a benefit, a huge benefit with this one-to-many relationships that we've already set up. With this integrity, it prevents the creation of orphan records or duplicates, and so we can't delete it no matter how many times we try, which is a good thing. We're going to go ahead and say OK. We're going to right-click on the Customers Form tab. We're going to click close. It's going to say, hey, wait a minute, you need to save. And we're going to save it as customers as the name and select OK. Now you have a customers form. Now we're going to use the layout view. It lets you make some design changes to a form while you are browsing the data. So let's go ahead and right click, and this is another way you can open things up. Next, let's go ahead and click on the trips entry form. I'm going to right click and I can go into layout view, but remember you can do here or you can do down here. I'm in layout view. I'm going to click the next button. Twice to get to Bear Valley Adventures. I'm going to click on the trip number label. I'm going to double click and I'm going to put some space in between trip and number. I'm going to do the same thing for trip name, for trip start date, and for state abbreviation. I'm now going to click on trip number, press shift, and select all of my labels. And I'm going to go and change them to black font. And then I'm going to select on the city and on California. Press shift to hold both.
We have a field trip.
And now I'm going to just literally drag. They'll both go so they're lined up with trip name and category. Next, we're going to add fields to a form. So adding and deleting fields in an existing form is something you commonly do. The field lists in the database tables in the fields, you can show up and you can add and drop from there. So I'm going to close out of the properties. I'm going to click on the design view. So I'm going to go down to the bottom right hand corner. You can go to the top. You have add and existing fields that pop up in the design view. You can click here where it says show all tables, and now you see categories and you can click categories. What we're actually going to do is add the descriptions in just a second. So I believe we're just going to grab descriptions and drag it right below price. And now we have more space. It's all the same thing. So I'm going to grab and I'm going to make sure that descriptions is lined up with price. Don't need the footer down. There we go. I'm going to click on description. I'm going to go back up to home and change it to black font. And then I'm going to change the view. This time I'm going to change to form view. And it shows that I can't see the whole description, so I don't like that. So I'm going to go back to design. I'm going to at least drag it out a little bit further. And then I'm going to go back to form view. That's better. And I'm going to click new and add a new entry. The trip name is going to be Convoy of Hope. Trip start date is 12/31/2017. Notice that as I tab through it, the number automatically filled in for 53. Duration is going to be 14. City is going to be Galveston. State abbreviations Texas. Category, you can drop down or you can just do eco, and notice that description automatically is linked. This is because we have that one-to-many relationship that's set up, so it automatically, when you select a certain category, it will change the description. And then the price is $1,000. You don't have to put in the $sign. When you tab, it will automatically do that for you. We're going to modify some controls, and so we've made modifications, but labels and text boxes are really important. Those are the types of controls we have. You can modify the controls by using the properties. That's just the characteristics on the property sheet. So we're in the trips entry form. You can right click on this also to get to the layout view. When you're in layout view, I'm going to close out of the field list. I'm going to go in and click on the property sheet. With the property sheet open, I'm going to click on the category part of the form. I'm going to go to data on the property sheet, and I'm going to do the default value, and I'm going to put ECO, ECO. I'm going to click on the Format tab of the property sheet, and then I'm going to click on the trip number label, and I'm going to go home and change it to right align. Notice when I change it to right align, sorry about that, that you can see the alignment changes to right over here. The text align is to right. So it automatically changes it in the property sheet. I'm going to go ahead and select each other label. Lower. And I'm going to do description also, and I'm going to right align. So now they're all right aligned. I'll just move this one here in a bit. And then let's go ahead and click new and put in some more information. And when we click new, we maybe have to be in the form view. Are we in the form view? There. Click on the form view so then you can actually type in Durango Wildfire Project. Start date is 9/1/2017. Duration's 10. City is Durango. State's Colorado. And the price is $1,400. Now we're going to create some calculations. So text boxes are generally used to display data from fields. So we can put inside that an expression, which is a combination of field names and operators to do a calculation for us. So let's go back into design view. We're going to go ahead, and as I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this, drag out the description to here, so then it's right aligned. I'm going to drag down, highlight these two with the shift, and I'm going to drag them down, and I'm going to drag these two down, so then I have some space. I'm going to toggle back just to see what the form looks like. That still looks okay. Oops, I need to go back to design. I want to have room between duration and city to add a new text box. So we've done that. Let's go to the design tab. We're going to click on this and we're going to drag, we're going to select it, put it here. I'm going to drag it and line up this portion. I'm going to take the text and drag it to make it a little bigger. Now let's go ahead and put the text in. Our text is going to be trip end date. I'm going to go ahead and select that, go back to home, and make it bold, or not bold, just black font. Looks like I put an extra T in there. The unbound, so with the property sheet opened up, you can go to, let's go to other with the property sheet. So if you don't know where the property sheet is, you can go back to design to the property sheet. You can click on the data, and it has this control source. So this is where we can put the equation in, or you can put the equation in here, but it's going to show up in both places. You have to use brackets. You can't use curly brackets or parentheses. So let's go ahead and enter trip start date in bracket plus bracket. I believe it's price. Let me